So let's get warmed up with Raiko no Ken. Raiko no Ken. So everybody just spread it out, find a spot where you're comfortable. And 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Hatsu no Kamae. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Roke. Hatsu no Kamae. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Roke. Hatsu no Kamae. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Roke. Hatsu no Kamae. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to get with the training partner. My training partner is going to stand in Shizen. Don't stand directly behind the fire. I don't want you to get burned. So, Shizen no Kamae. Hatsu no Kamae. And then we're going to do some target practice on the training partner. So, from the shoulder to the hip. Sink the hip across the do. Then from here, weapon over. Switch straight down. Then shoulder to hip. Shoulder to hip. Then hip to shoulder. Seigan. Shizen. And then my training partner does the sequence. You guys understand?
Right.
Alright, we're going to do this 5 times. I got the final stop. Keep going, guys. Alright, this brings us to the first kata that we're going to be doing here. We're going to be starting somewhere in the middle of the densho. And we're going to be starting with the technique Itogiri. Itogiri. So, Dan. So, we're going to begin in Seigan no Kamae. My training partner is going to close his distance on me. From here, Seigan no Kamae, and then Togakure Ryu no Kamae. It's a bit more unorthodox, where the majority of the weight is placed on the rear leg, and the arm is extended directly at my training partner. My training partner is going to close his distance at me from Daijodan no Kamae. So from here, as he comes in, and he prepares to cut, he cuts, I'm going to drop and cut up underneath the arm or the gyakudo in that manner. Depends on his distance. Now, I don't want you guys to get snow all over you, so you don't need to drop to the knee. But the technique is literally turning with the left hand. And as the cut happens, you just shift your weight down and cut up in that manner. So, one more time. Seigan no Kamae. He closes his distance. And when you provide your opening to one side or the other, respectively, for this technique, you're going to shift the tip of your sword to your left side. When he feels that opening, and cut. Then from here, at the face, stand and step into Tsukigamai. So for the technique, when we're practicing to not go down on the knee and get your knees freezing, just shift to this left side, Daijodan. He closes his distance. And cut. Then step in that manner. Does everyone understand?
Right.
Alright, let's get with a different training partner, please. Let's begin. Let's do this technique 5 times. Okay, now ideally these techniques we're going to be using a lot more Tai Henjutsu or body movement evasion techniques, Dan.
Right.
So, from here, as he closes his distance to cut, you know, the movement's a little bit more like that, where there's a lot of leaping and getting away. So my movement's going to be a bit more unexpected on from his angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same technique one more time, and just to, you know, so your insides are staying warm, I want you guys to use some ki. Usually in Togakure Ryu Sensei said that there's no ki. There's no ki, you keep it quiet, but I want you guys to use it here just to keep yourselves warm. So again, now instead of leaping away or rolling, if you want to, of course, you're certainly welcome to do that. But for this technique, then from here, leap forward and past him so you don't have to do a roll. And cut do across the stomach. So again, don't hesitate either, make it one fluid movement. In that manner. Okay, now you notice that I'm using a sword that's seems to be a lot shorter. The handle is the same length as a conventional shinai that you guys have. It's actually a bit longer, but this is characteristic of the Togakure Ryu Ninja sword. So a much shorter blade, and we'll talk about those functional differences in a little while, but right now let's do this technique with the body's moving. As well as doing the techniques with shiko or hand claws. So, John, wouldn't mind if you guys can move that. So, the next technique, we're going to do that technique that we just did one time with our training partner. Then we're going to go on to this technique, and we'll do it in a repetition of 5. This next technique is called kirigaishi, and it just means to reverse his cut. My training partner's attack is going to be to come in, seigan, seigan, and it's going to be to beat the sword to one side and then close the distance and cut across the do, either up or below. So from here, when he does that, he closes the distance one side or the other, it doesn't make a difference. One. Then from here, with this movement, you're just going to take that, come under, and cut. Just like that. You guys understand? So, again, he closes the distance. You're in seigan no kamae. Then from here, move, then escape. Okay, so as you can see, I just took metsubushi, which is an egg, and there's paper on it, and with ground rice that I use to make a gel with, and I filled it with powder. The powder varies, to poisons, to ground mica to get into the eyes and damage the eyes, but the whole idea is to stop his continued attack, to stop him from pursuing me, and that's the technique. So, I want you to simulate that. You're not going to use the eggs, unless you brought some. So one more time, seigan, very simple technique of kirigaishi. He closes his distance, he cuts, then from here, then escape. Move away with yoko aruki. Does everybody understand? Now, even if it means he comes in, he does his cut, and you use something like that quickly, whatever. Get yourself in the mindset and get the muscle memory of constantly grabbing something and attacking his eyes. Okay? But for the traditional kata, please go to the inside of your jacket. Okay? Grip the weapon and then attack the eyes. And that's okay, yame. Very good. Face training partners. Great. Alright guys, next. Kirigaishi, Dan. So we've looked at the technique attacking one side. You should be doing both sides. But again, you have to provide that opening. He attacks one and then cut to do, following straight through. So he's going to close his distance from further. He attacks. In that manner. Okay, now from here, he's going to come in from Hasono Kamae. He's going to beat the sword down. Right to the head in that manner. So this is not coming in. Back up. It's not coming in. And when he hits the sword, I'm moving and using douke in this manner, moving around and then cutting. It's all in just the left hand. The right hand stays right where it is. Right to there. It's very quick. But what we do need is we need the element of his distance and him coming in and attacking. One direction or the other. Your body's deep. Right there. And remember, the left hand's guarding his arm from countercutting. And you end up right here. Okay. Does everybody understand? All right, let's continue just with that technique with our training partners. Hajime. So, Yame, listen guys, your initiative here is the uke, is to close your distance. Look for that opening, and then from here, you're coming in to hit his sword. This is too close, but for the sake of the camera. From here, I come in, and I attack and cut to him. Okay, so some of you guys are coming in really soft, and I understand some of you aren't, regular sword practitioners, but try to come in, and don't attack me, Dan. Move forward a little bit, Dan. So, you come in, and you're turning your right hand, the back of the sword is hitting his sword away, and you come in and cut to the head. And of course, keeping your body low, so you're pinning his arm against his body and, stuffing his cut. So that's important. On his end, it's all with your left hand. Don't come around, don't bring your right hand close to your body and move around him. It's very quick and fast. Kirikaishi, so again, he comes in to do the cut. In that manner, understand? And that's it. So, John, Dan, this technique, sutemi, means, John, means to actually sacrifice yourself. So, sutemi. Here the feeling is that I'm being attacked by two individuals at once or more. The goal here is to recognize the weakest link and go for it. And attack the weakest link and break their form up. So from here, from any kamae versus any kamae, they begin to close their distance in on you. Then immediately, yeah! And then cut. So you didn't see really what happened here. As they were closing in, I'm here in my kamae. From here, I make eye contact. I've recognized that Dan is the weak link. And he's the point if I'm completely surrounded. So I want to actually simulate that as though I'm being surrounded. And the odds are radically against me. So I recognize Dan is the weakest link. I put my intentions towards John, or I falsify my intentions toward John. I ki-eye. Yeah! Then from here, I'm startling him, I'm pushing my ki this way, but I attack. Yeah! 2 cuts. And keep it in your basics. So I came in keisagiri, gaku keisagiri. But again, back it up. So, as they close their distance in on me, I simulate that I'm surrounded. Then from here, yeah! And then I move behind them in that manner. So I want to have the feeling as though I'm moving outside of the circle that's surrounding me. Does everybody understand the technique? This is sutemi. Arigatou gozaimashita. All right, let's get with groups of 3 people. Let's work with someone we haven't worked with yet. Just to make it interesting here, we're going to go back to itogiri and then kirikaishi, but we're going to use the setup of this sutemi with the group that you're working with. So Donnie, Dan. So, itogiri, we're all in seigan no kamae, and one of you guys are going to attack me. Seigan. So Dan will take the initiative. I don't know who, so I have the mindset of sutemi, trying to find that weakest link. But then suddenly Dan's going to come in and he's going to attack, and I use itogiri. And then from here, sutemi, and get out of there is the same. So we're going to utilize the first kata, and then go into sutemi. And then I'll utilize the second kata. Kirigaishi comes in, he attacks my sword, or he comes in and attacks my sword. 1, go. So Dan's not over here, nobody's over here, so I just go that way. Depends on how he attacked my sword. Does everybody understand? So itogiri, kirikaishi, then sutemi, then we'll move on to the next technique. Does anybody have any questions? I begin in shizentai. And from here, my training partner attacks me from any kamae, so I'm standing in a natural stance. Daijodan closes his distance from far, and as he comes in to attack, cut. So this technique is called Mitsubushi. So as he comes in from a natural stance, I break the egg, I throw it to his face, like Sanshin Ski, like that. As the cut passes, cut. in that manner. So, Dan, I want you to have the feeling of standing both hands like this as he closes his distance and cuts. You step the left foot forward so the hand comes up underneath the eyes. Continue past and cut in that manner. Understand?
Wait. Well, the katana's already unsheathed at this point. You're not unsheathing it.
That's correct. The sword is at your side and you're in shizentai, just like this. He comes in and cuts from any kamai. So, of course, if you cut keisagiri from here, I move yoko aruki, metsubushi, then come in and cut. The cut and the movement it doesn't make a difference. There's no sit. It's just you cut however you need to. You move however you need to. If he cuts from seigan ski, closes in with seigan, and he thrusts, I move like that and then cut. Okay, so the whole idea is advancing forward with a sanshin chino kata type movement. Sanshin ski and breaking the metsubushi, move and cut. Now, of course, there's an important feature here, is that as he closes his distance, I'm going to do I hold it in my hand so that he can't see it, and as he closes his distance from afar, I'm going to have to make an adjustment in my movement. So as he closes his distance, and then attack. Understand?
Right.
So the reason I did all that shifting is because I'm moving in the direction of the wind. If I move this way into the wind, of course, and I throw my poisonous powder at his face, it's going to blow back into mine. So we're going to keep that awareness of the direction of the wind and then do the technique. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
All right, let's begin. So from here as well, Dan, John. So as we're surrounded, the feeling of Mitsubushi as well, and Sutemi together. From here, in a natural stance, over the sword at my side, Shizentai. They come in, and I'll look at the technique first, ninja yai, or drawing the ninja sword from its saya. So from here, Dan will come in, and he does his cut. So I quickly draw and I cut. Then from here, with this cut, I throw Mitsubushi out of the saya. So that's important to understand. As you notice, the length of the weapon is quite a bit shorter than the actual saya. So the feature here is that you put the Mitsubushi down at the bottom of the saya. And from here, with one cut, simple than that. But from here, the next technique that we're going to do is would be Kage no Ito, but we're not going to do that. We're going to skip that, but to keep it in the sequence of the techniques, I'll demonstrate it for you. So, Kage no Ito is drawing the sword you know what, let's do this. I want you guys to just practice that. Put the sword in your saya. And then from here, when your training partner comes at you, I want you to quickly have the feeling of drawing and cutting to the wrist. So it's an issue of distance on his part, where he doesn't expect the sword to be this short inside the saya. So he'll close his distance. You'll be in a natural stance as he comes in to cut. And cut to the wrist just like that. And then seigan. Okay? So let's go ahead and practice that a couple times just to get it in us. Hajime. And this is another drawing technique. So we have, and I'm kind of teaching them a little bit backwards. So the first one that I just did is the ninja yai, which is just simply utilizing the short length of the blade to deceive and drawing it quickly against your opponent. Kage no ito is drawing the sword from one's back. So from here, your left hand goes between the sword and the body. You bring it to your side, pass it around the back, you turn your palm towards you, the right hand draws, and you cut down. Now there's two different ways of doing the technique. One is with one hand, and that's a bit more of the cowboy speed draw, where it's just here and around like this, and you draw and cut. But Sensei has this, or at least how he taught it here, was using the left hand. The back of the hand goes against your sword. You bring it to your side, then you grip it as it goes around your back. You turn the palm towards you. As your right hand comes up, you step and you draw and cut in that manner. So oftentimes the ninja ken was strapped and kept at the back like this. So of course the proficiency of drawing the weapon from here was important, as well as being able to draw the sword in close quarters where you're here and you move and you bring the weapon to your back, and then from there you draw it out. So what I'd like you guys to do is from here, my training partner, John, he'll stand in Shizen. Training partner is going to come in and cut from Daijodan. And all I want you to do is with that cut, as he does the cut, use Yoko Aruki. And then with your left hand, pass the sword from here. Oops, pass it behind you. Around, step, draw and cut. Understand? And that's it. And this will be the final technique before we start cutting mats. Kage no ito. Let's begin. Cut.
Is that crap in the tongue?
Nice!
Yeah.
Nice.